at the junction of South Beach Road and Maxwell Road is a popular hawker centre near the central business district of Singapore. This place is called Maxwell Food Centre, or originally known as Maxwell Market. And this market here originally started as a market, yes, a wet market, which sold fresh produce, and it opened in 1928. So during the time when this place was built, there were real street hawkers around this area here, meaning that the hawkers have their own stall and they sold their food from the street. So they really sold street food, and they probably have a stall, a hawker stall, where they have their cooking instruments there, and then they have probably their own seating around the store. So during that time, most of the hawker food was sold in the streets, and because of that, this place here, this food center, wasn't that popular. Because why would you pay a rental to rent a stall in this food center when you can just sell it in the streets without paying any rent? Yes, so a lot of people during that time called this food center a white elephant. But during the 1970s, when Singapore started their urban renewal process in town, a lot of these street hawkers were chased off the street, and because they had nowhere to go, they came and started to come to all the food centers around Singapore. And that's how the food centers now house all the best hawker food, street food, Singaporean food that you can find in Singapore. And one of the better places to come to have Chinese hawker food is actually this food center here, Maxwell Food Center. This food center is a very popular place, not only with locals, but office-hungry workers and tourists too. A lot of well-known stores are here at this food center. And I guess in this video, in this series of video, I guess, we will, or at least I will, show you what's good to eat at this food center, Maxwell Food Center, which used to be a market, but now it's a food center. So let's start our food adventure. This what's good to eat adventure at this place, Maxwell Food Center. And we are at this corner here. One of the first few stores we see, the place we're going to, is this place called Old Nyonya. So basically what they sell is Nyonya food, but not exactly Nyonya Peranakan food, but more like a Chinese version of a Malay food. So here are the various items they sell and the prices. And if you're eating noodles, you can choose these types of noodles, this version of noodles. And what I did was, I came here, and what did I order? Well, I ordered a Laksa. So this is the large portion of the Laksa. It cost me $5. Yes, $5 for this Laksa. So you have various ingredients in this Laksa in a broth, a Laksa broth. You have noodles and various ingredients. So this is the Laksa. And first thing I must say is, I do like the smell coming from the Laksa. The Laksa does smell very, very good. And you put in some sambal here, as you can see, adds a bit of spiciness. Then you also have some fried tofu. I think also some beancurd skin. Then the noodles is teak bihun together with bean sprouts. You also have, yes, bean sprouts, some prawn, probably some fish cake too, which is here, and half a hard-boiled egg. But what you come here for is actually the broth or the Laksa soup. Look at this. So it's coconutty, it has spices, it's spicy. The noodles here also done well. How do I say this? It has a nice back texture to it. The bean sprouts is also still crunchy. And then you have this delicious Laksa broth, which really is yummy. So we're getting started, and with all noodles, you have to eat with chopsticks. So here it is. We have laksa. Yes, laksa. Let's taste the broth or the curry first. Oh yeah. There's a very nice spicy kick to it. There sure is a nice spicy kick to this. Ooh, nice. Then you have, look at this, thick bihun. I do like my laksa with thick bihun. Nice chewy texture. And then bean sprouts, also nice and crunchy. Then you have this fried tofu, which has been absorbing the laksa broth. So when you put it into your mouth, fish cake too. Noodles cook well. Bean sprouts still crunchy. The laksa, whew, authentic flavors. Spices here, spicy. Yeah. And in the previous visit, I also tried their chicken curry with rice. It cost me $5. And okay, first of all, I felt that the flavors here were not robust, were not popping. It was just average. The curry here tasted a bit too mild, but the chicken was tender. It goes well with the rice. What else can I say about this? I did felt that the chicken was probably cooked in another pot than only put into this dish here. But what I did like was the curry was flavored with a very nice chicken broth or chicken soup. So the curry is quite flavorful and goes quite well with the rice, just that it doesn't have bold flavors. And let's continue our journey down the road. This road, actually just right next to the old Nyonya store, there's another store that sells a snack. Yes, this place is called Maxwell Fuzhou Oyster Cake, and they sell a dying or a soon to disappear oily snack that is slowly disappearing from our food landscape. So the disappearing dinosaur is this food item called a oyster cake. So what you have here is you have batter which you deep fry in oil, and inside what you have is you have minced meat, you have I think oyster, that's why you call it an oyster cake, you know? And then you have a bit of vegetable herbs, and then on top of it you also have some peanuts. So this oily piece of cake, deep fried cake, is called the Fuzhou Oyster Cake. Yes, it's crispy but oily. and it's very savory and hot too, because one thing nice about this store is they do freshly fried here. Okay, so you can see the steam coming out from it. So I do like the ingredients here. When you bite into it, you get nice mincemeat flavor. Then you have the oyster, the sea flavor from the oyster. Then you also have like fresh prawns, and then you also have the batter, which at the side there is super crunchy. So I must say, this place here does make a good oyster cake. Juicy, savory, oily, but there's also a prawn. Meaty. Mincemeat, I can see that. Only issue is that the size, it is very small. For $2, the size, but the edges here, super crispy. Can you hear it? In fact, the taste of the oyster cake is better than a lot of places. Just that the size a bit small. Portion size a bit small. $2 for one. So small. But crispy, oily, and yummy. And diagonally opposite is another store, not exactly diagonally, but diagonally and a few stores up now. So the store we are going to sells a item here from Malaysia, and the name of the store is called Chiong Fun Club. Do you want to join the club, the Chiong Fun Club, which is this place here? So what they sell is Chiong Fun, but more closer to the Malaysian style Chiong Fun than the Singaporean style or the Hong Kong style one. The main difference between these versions is that in the Malaysian style one, they put like stuff on top. You know, they have toppings, and you eat it with a sweet sauce or curry sauce, which is available at the store. I decided to try the sweet sauce instead. So this plate here cost me $4, and it is similar to the style that you get in Malaysia, just that not exactly the same. So first of all, you have all these different toppings, and then the Chiong Fun also. The Malaysian style Chiong Fun is slightly different, slightly longer, slightly softer, and then of course the sauce, the sweet sauce that you pour onto the Chiong Fun. This sauce is definitely from Singapore. The Malaysian style sweet sauce is also slightly different than the Singaporean style. And another way you can have it is also together with curry, which I didn't have. I just got the normal version. So I'm ringing the, I guess this is the breakfast time bell, and you have of course the Chiong Fun, and then you have it with the sweet sauce, so it's sweet and savory at the same time. Then you have all those type of toppings, all those ingredients that you can eat together with the sweet sauce and the Chiong Fun. So that's basically the Chiong Fun here. This Chiong Fun dish. I should have put more sauce. Normally the packet is very big. Yeah. So as you bite into the rice noodles or the rice roll, it's not bad. Goes well with the sweet sauce. Sprinkled with some sesame seeds too. but I do like all the things they put on there. It just really goes very well with the sauce. It is a very simple, basic dish, but when done well, it is quite tasty. So I really do like all these things they put on top here, which they deep fry, like things with, I think, like fish cake inside there and tofu. If you can't go to Malaysia, this is the next best thing. And nearby, opposite from this Chiong Fun store, is another store that sells Hainanese chicken rice. And it's another popular store at this food center. It's called Thai Hainanese chicken rice. This place here is popular when Tian Tian is closed. And there's a queue for this place. If not, normally people will go to Tian Tian to have the Hainanese chicken rice. But this place too make a very good plate. Yes, a very good plate of Hainanese chicken rice. And they are also more generous with their portion. So this is what I ordered. This is my Hainanese chicken rice. As you can see, the chicken on top there. One thing different from Tian Tian is that here they give you a small bowl of soup. Tian Tian doesn't give you that bowl of soup. And of course you get more generous portion of chicken here. But I think, for my opinion, Tian Tian does make the rice slightly more flavorful. Here, the flavors of the rice is milder, but not so bold, but still tasty. Goes well with the ingredients here, and you also have more of a chicken essence sauce that they actually pour onto the chicken, and you also have the chili sauce. So here, I must say they do make the chicken well, soft and tender, nice flavor coming from the chicken. They cook the chicken well. Look at this. This is Hainanese chicken rice, one of the national dishes of Singapore. Okay, the first difference I notice is you get a soup. And of course this one's the large portion, $5. The soup is good. Nice chicken flavor, a nice chicken soup. Then the rice here, better, more authentic texture, and the sauce is really good. Nice deep complex chicken with the flavor, soya sauce. Then the chicken, the chicken here, more stringy than Tian Tian, but still a very good chicken. Don't get me wrong, the chicken here is still good. Then let's talk about the chili sauce. The chili sauce here, even though it tastes very similar to Tian Tian, it doesn't have the spicy kick. But it does have a nice, more sourish balance to it that is quite appetizing.
pairing of this chili sauce with the chicken and the rice is much better than
And so, this brings us to the end of our video here. As you can see, there are rows and rows of stalls here with lots of seating for you to sit down and eat the delicious food, hawker food, street food, Singaporean food at this food center. There's just so much food that I really cannot cover all this in just one video. So stay tuned. Within the next few days, the next part of this series will be out, so look out for it. And as per usual, like, share and subscribe. I got Patreon, I got PayPal, support me on those. And lastly, but the most important thing, the thing that you have to do is to join me for my next food adventure. I will see you guys around. And girls, bye bye.